Alrighty. Just speak to the camera. Really? Hey, welcome to Color Yoga with Kyle. My name is Kyle. I thought I'd put together this intro video just so we could get to know one another and I could introduce my channel. I'm from Cape Town, South Africa, and I'm a yoga instructor. And yoga and meditation came into my life when I was seeking relief. I was looking for some relief from mental strain, anxiety, depression, and self-induced suffering. And yoga gave me a way out. I'd reached a point in my life where I wasn't happy with the way I felt and I couldn't lie to myself anymore. And the general sense of unease in my own skin had reached an all-time high. So I quit my job in corporate, I booked a one-way ticket to India and spent some time in different ashrams learning and deepening my understanding of my own mind. I finally realized that it was less about doing and more about being, and it was there that I realized that how I felt and the way I lived my life was entirely in my control. After that, I continued to deepen my understanding of how suffering set me free and how I could perhaps shorten that process for others. So why would anyone want to practice yoga? Well, your mind is the basis of all your experience and every contribution you'll ever make in your entire life. So given that, it's best you train it. And we all know very well what it feels like to have an untrained mind. It's kind of how one can feel less than content when things are about as good as they can get. And beginning to understand your own mind through the practice of yoga is the best way I know to correct for this. You can look at it this way. Imagine your mind as a garden. In the beginning, the unobserved mind will be overgrown and chaotic. And in the beginning, it will require some work in order to restore balance. But once the work is done, it only requires minimal maintenance in order to keep it that way. So my goal here is to create a resource I wish I had when I began yoga. And to be clear, I am and will always be a work in progress, and there are many things that I struggle with. So in a sense, I'm creating this channel for myself and we are practicing along together. So what's with the colors? Well, I plan to paint my studio different colors in order to constitute the different videos. It just gives a visual representation to catalog the different video series that I plan to put out. So if you're still here, I'm sure you've yet to subscribe. So my promise to you is to be as honest and consistent and clear and authentic as possible in exchange for your commitment and patience. Patience for yourself and your own journey, patience for me and my journey on YouTube. This is too very challenging for me, and I'm sure it'll be very rewarding for both of us. And I'd like to add that there's only so much I can do from my side, and the rest is entirely up to you. There is a huge sense of relief and empowerment when you realize that the way you feel and the way you see your life is entirely within your control. And there is a huge difference between practicing occasionally versus not at all. So I'd like to thank you for all your effort in advance. I'm sure this will be really helpful. And the hardest part is simply just getting to your mat. So when you're ready, grab your mat and we'll begin.